Alright, today we're going to do the quilted patchwork top with some Angelus leather dies. I'm going to start with the Angelus dark brown stain. We're going to apply it on real thick with a old t-shirt that I cut up. This is that patchwork quilted maple top that everyone is giving me so much grief about. But here we're going to hide the patches and keep this for myself. Really like this quilted top. Pretty happy with the end results here. So I'll go with these little bottles of Angelus dark brown leather dye, and we'll put a real thick coat on the top here. Really get this to work in. We'll fast forward this here. Not diluted, straight from the bottle, and we'll just put a really thick coat on here. We'll let this sit overnight, about 24 hours. And then we'll come back with some 400 grit sandpaper. And we'll go ahead and sand this off. And this time I'm going to leave a little bit more color in the figure. So I want that color to real pop. Here, before I put the red on, you could just do a yellow, call it a day. But I want to go with a red and really darken it up. I think quilt with a dark brown and a red really looks nice. So this is Angelus Red Leather Die, and we're going to apply it all over the body. So work it into the body nice and thick. Then what we'll do is we'll come back with the dark rag. So the dark brown rag, we'll dip in a little bit of red. And then we'll just feather the sides here to darken up those sides. I'll come back with the pure red and just sort of mix it in. Get it to fade properly. Then we'll come back with some steel wool, some 000 steel wool, and just pull off some of that figure in the center. And then I've got some Angelus yellow. And we're just going to go over the whole body with yellow, and this will get that figure to really pop. So I think the most colors I've used since using these Angelus dyes are the brown and yellow. So I've got big bottles now. So we'll go ahead and get the yellow all over the body, and you can see how it sort of glows in the center. At this point it's looking pretty good. You could probably even leave the patchwork pieces of wood. They sort of fade in nicely, but you can see the nice deep figuring. That upper patchwork doesn't really have any issues. Bottom looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and use this Mohawk sanding sealer then. And then we're going to go ahead and put an opaque color on the side. So we want to hide where I've got the patchwork. I've got my spray gun and some Red Diablo custom shop paints ready to spray. And I go straight from the bottle, and with this sort of being a sparkle, it doesn't cover all that well. So I'll go through and just try to get this to do it. And it's not going to do it. I thought with the dark stain it would do that. That's why I did the brown on the outer. I thought this would sort of help it without having to do too much work. And so it's not coming all that great. Not really doing what I thought it would do at all. So we'll come back with a custom mix of black in that red with a little bit of black sparkle. And that covers it up nicely. So I've got a little bit of black, brown, and red from these blackjack pearls and triple deep black, and there it fades it out. So nice airbrushing spray to hide that out. You can see in the pictures here it looks pretty good. So I'm going to come back with some 2-part poly, heavy automotive finish. We'll put the first coat on. I won't film spraying this stuff. It's really heavy. So we put that first coat on, and then we sand it back. So we do this over a couple of days. We'll go back then and hit it again with another coat. Usually I do about 3 coats of this stuff, and you can see how it's really nicely lit up. And we'll come back and sand it to about 1500 here before I take it to my buffer. So we'll go 600, 800, 1000, and 1500, and I'm dry sanding it. I'm not using water, and you can see how nice this looks here. And then we'll come to my custom buffer, use some Menza buffing pads or buffing compound, grab the body and start buffing away. So it's just a back and forth, and I've got a nice belly to actually brace the guitar and just buff it. I'll go back and do this probably for about 20 minutes, go back and forth to get all the scratches out. And then we'll go outside here and take some pictures. Really struggled getting the colors to pop here. Couldn't get really a good picture. I tried all different backgrounds and I could not get the pictures to turn out right. But you can see how beautiful this is. Just really outstanding color. Lots of depth with this finish. And really a neat guitar body. Really happy with the way this turned out. So we got the music by Justin Johnson, guys. Check him out on his website. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next vid.